Today we are going to make our very own Christmas baubles that we can hang on our Christmas tree or on windows, anything you like to decorate your house. Let's get started. Okay guys, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to get our resources ready. So what I've got here is I've got an old paintbrush so I can use to glue our circles together. We've also got some PVA glue. You can use a Pritt stick or you can use double-sided tape or anything like that, but I'm using glue. We also need 6 circles, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, make sure when you're cutting these out, try and keep them roughly the same size, and when you're cutting them out, just be careful if you are using your scissors. If not, you can get a grown-up to help you. So I've got card that is double-sided, so I'll choose which ones are going to be on the outside when we're making it. We're also going to need a piece of ribbon. Okay, so that is everything that we need so far. Okay, the first thing we're going to do, stage 1, okay, each of your circles needs to be cut in half. Now it's very important that the pattern that you want to be on the outside is the bit that is going to be, it sounds a bit complicated, but it's going to be folded into the middle. So when it is finished, you can see the fold is this bit here and it's showing on the outside of your bauble. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to fold all of our circles in half. Just like so. So do it nice and slowly, take your time, because we want to get them as in half as we can. So I'm going to use all of these. I want the white on the inside and I want the blue on the outside. Okay, so can you see how that's going to be? This bit is where the glue is going to go. So you want to do all of these for all 6. Now I'm keeping my different bits of paper separate, but if you are doing it yourself, just make sure your design is folded into the middle of the circle. Lovely, so now we've done that, what we're going to do next is we're just going to make sure that our ribbon is the right size. So depending on how long you want that ribbon to be, if you can't do this yourself, you might need a grown-up, but we're just going to tie a little knot in the end, okay, that's loose. So 2 bits there. What we're going to do is we're going to just tie just a normal granny knot into the end. Okay, just like so. So it's not a very big knot at the moment, so what we're going to do is that we're going to do that 3 times. So we're going to do it a 2nd time now. It's getting a little bigger and we want 1 more just to finish that off. Okay, this is probably the trickiest bit, or one of the trickiest bits. There's only 2 that are really tricky. There we go, so we've got a nice big knot in the end of our ribbon. Perfect. Right, next what we're going to do is we're going to start gluing some bits and pieces together. So put your piece of ribbon over to the side, we don't need that just yet. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one colour, then another colour, then another colour. So you can do it however you like. So the first bit we're going to do is grab our brush or glue stick and we're just going to put a little bit of glue, just enough, all over the surface of one of these sides. Try not to get glue everywhere. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stick those sides together. Okay, make sure they're nice and straight. Give them a nice big press down, just like so. Okay, we're then going to go on to our next one. So we've got this colour here. So the next one we're going to use is this one here. And again, we're just going to get our glue and we're going to paint one side of our circle And then we're just going to stick it on to the next bit, okay? So we should then have 3 circles now glued on. Make sure they're nice and straight and you give them a nice press. At this point, if anything does fall off, that's absolutely fine. We can just re-glue it back on. Okay, so we've got half of our bauble here, as you can probably see. Okay, so we've got this one, so we need to go for this one next, so we're going to do that again. So because mine's got a design on it, as you can see, I want to make sure it's the right way up. So always kind of do a little practice run first, just to see if it is the correct way up if you are using a certain design. And we're going to stick that one on there as well. Try and get it straight as possible. There we go. So that is our 4th one on. What we're then going to do is with our 5th one, we're going to do exactly the same. Just like so. Okay, so now this bit here is where our last circle's going to go, but what we need to do now is we need to add our ribbon that we did earlier. Okay, so we've got our big knot. If you haven't done this bit yet, that's absolutely fine, you can do it now. And what you're going to do is make sure the knot comes out the bottom of our bauble, just like so. Okay, and then you can pull it up, make sure it won't kind of come out, just like that. So you're just placing it in the middle between where the next one's going to go. So can you see how I've used this pattern and I've got 2 of the same ones. This one's going to go in the middle just like so, but we're just going to put this in the middle like this. Okay, perfect, that's all done. And then for our last circle, we're going to glue both sides. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue one side and then stick it on, and then I'm going to glue the other side while it's in there, just so it doesn't get too messy for me. So there we go, there's one side glued, and then all we need to do now is just glue this side here. Okay, so we've got our bauble. Okay, you're just going to pull the ribbon through to the top, make sure it's all stuck, and then if you leave this to dry until the glue is completely dry, you have a bauble that you can hang on your tree. Okay, so we're all done, and yeah, have a wonderful Christmas, and we hope to see you in the new year.